Hello there. We're going to finish up this challenge. It's $813 total. I've got $209 to finish up in here. And if I don't finish coloring it, but it will be finished today either way on camera, so it won't be so long. But the Christmas one, and Christmas, I'm done with my shopping, and so I'll probably give the rest to my daughter to see does she have all hers, or my son to see are they finished or do they need something else. I had went out to lunch with my former colleague. She had been teaching, well, she retired, and she's like 20 years older than I am, but she retired early, because of health problems. And she had called, and we usually go out once a month and pick a restaurant and she likes to go to new ones. And so we picked a little restaurant. It was a little small one. They have little tea sandwiches, and it looked like a tea party, little teacups and all this cute little stuff. And then it's decorated. They decorate it for Christmas, Halloween, Easter. It'll be Easter bunny things, and everything's Easter bunny, and kind of small. It's a small little place. But she also was having a slight problem because she has allowed her daughter and her husband to move in, and because of money problems. They lost their apartment, don't have quite enough money. He works, but he loses his job quite a bit because I don't know whether he can't get along. We were talking about it, workers, or something's going on, or he hasn't gotten, well, he did get fired twice, but I think he just doesn't hold on to jobs. So, and the daughter's working, but mostly probably the amount that they bring in, he brings in like, I don't want to say, okay, maybe the most is 900, and then the next 2 weeks is 500. So it's not a lot of money coming in there at all, and she brings in like 1,000. She does home little things and different things. So, not a lot of money coming in there. They want to, of course, move, find another apartment, or I guess try to get a house. This is a dream. And, but they've come in on her. So you know what happens when somebody doesn't have enough money, they start using up your money. And she retired, and she was hoping to, travel, do different things, and it's not panning out. They haven't been there that long, but it's long enough that things are not working, because what happens is they don't give her any money. She was hoping they'd get it together and get ready to go out. And so she didn't put any stipulations on the money, and she says what they do is they blow the money. Gotta buy this, gotta buy that, and then there's no savings. And she says this money gets blown like maybe 4 days after payday. And so who do they come to? And then she's buying groceries. She wants to finish paying up her house. She didn't have that much to go, but she was thinking, I got extra payments, I'll be done by the end of the next year. And everything's going by the wayside with it. And she's coming up now. Most of the time, she says, I don't have any money. I'm out of money, And, that's sad when you're retired and you wind up with people that are, they're taking your money. And, you can go through that. They may not even be living with you. They're just taking your money. It's gone. And we have to watch ourselves. Matter of fact, she's gotten in debt since they moved in. She's gotten in from having no debt to having $35,000 worth of debt. Trying to take care of them, trying to make sure they're okay. They don't have any kids. And it's just, her credit cards are just out the wazoo. So I sat down with a plan for her to pay off the credit cards, and I said, you need to see about them getting out because you're not going to get anything done, because what's happening every time she gets one card down, another one goes up, right? We're paying for things. You know how it goes. You pay off one, it's okay, and then all of a sudden you got to use it for something, and they don't have a car, so her car is running, and gas is going, and they're using her car, he does, to go to work, or she picks him up if she needs the car. Food bill is up, and just ugly. But we have to watch those things. We have to watch ourselves, because other people will get you into things. They don't even have to be family members. Other people will get you into things. You have to always watch. She's talking about, I wish I hadn't even retired now. I wish I'd just been at work. And they wouldn't have been in there because she didn't allow anybody in her house while she was working. So they wouldn't have been in there. She probably wouldn't have said anything. But when she was there, and then she said, oh, for a little while, okay, and boom, they've been there. Now, this has not been that long, okay? And she's gotten back in all this debt, things they need, she didn't have the extra bedroom, ready, so she had to spend it on furniture, and then there's food, and she has her pet, and it was just bad. So we did sit down, and a little longer than necessary, got a piece of paper out, figured out a budget, and I told her, I said, you got to get a target date if you want to, and so they can go. I said, I know you don't want to, but you got to get this date down. Either, I said, if they're not going to help you, there's no sense in being there with you. And we know people have problems, but when they start impeding on your life and you can't get anything done, or they're in your house and you really don't want to let people in your house too long that you don't want them to stay with you, because it turns into an eviction problem. So much time, and then, some people actually turn on you. They can be your relatives or whatever and say, no, I'm staying here. You can't put me out. And then you got to go to court. And it's just ugly. So try to think about little things that you do when you're budgeting or trying to keep a hold of your money, because like right now, she's not looking for them to pay. She used her credit card, she said, freely and willingly. And she says, I'm not looking for them to pay them back. She says, I just want them out. You just want them out. I don't care what you do, just get out, So I told her, I said, you're going to have to think of an ultimatum, give them a date when they're supposed to be out. Tell them to start looking for somewhere to go. And I wouldn't suggest you paying for anything for them. They need to start saving their money that they got. I mean, it's a little thin, but she just didn't want to deal with it. And you can't make anybody deal with it. Some people can't sit there for months and months on end, I know, and sit there and go, okay, 6 months, blah, blah, blah. She's gotten so tired of it that she says, I want them out. And might be a little confrontation there, and yes, they're low on money, but there are programs, since they are low income, that they can get in, so I'm not worrying about that. I would kind of worry about you didn't really have enough money and you were middle income, because there's nothing, middle income, nothing there. There's no programs. They look at, oh, you make too much money, bye. So that's where I would worry about. They're bordering on, they're right there, low income, and just find a place to go. And it was supposed to be for a few weeks anyway, and it's morphed into, we're in there months now, and now it's like I'm going to take over. So I told her, I said, you need to get them out or you're going to be in court. Because I said, they don't seem to be moving. And she may still be in court. But I will finish this up, but I hope you are having a great time right now. It's almost the holiday. Woo-hoo. It's coming. And even if you are sitting at home by yourself, you get your little drinky or whatever, or make up a mock drinky and enjoy yourself. Okay, it's the season. We're getting ready to roll into next year. And I told you, keep saving, because it's going to get rocky. Okay, you can tell by the news. It's going to get rocky. People are doing things to other people, and we can't help what they do, but it's going to affect us. And we need to have the money just in case that we're okay financially. Okay, and you should always be that way. Financially, you should be able to say, I'm okay. When things go down. I'm okay when other people may be having trouble. We'll be praying for them. But you should be able to always say, I'm going to be okay. And if you got debts, start working on a plan. It's time for us to be debt-free and not sit there and worry about bills all the time. We shouldn't have to just keep on every time, all these bills. Yes, we're going to have our minor bills, but we shouldn't just keep on going, okay, we got this bill to pay, and da-da-dee-da-dee. Okay, so I'll color this later. But this is $813. So we're finished with this, and we will ring the bell. And I hope that you have a great time. Enjoy yourself. Okay, think about yourself always. Watch what you're doing. Okay, watch everything that you have. Watch your insurance policies too. Car insurance policies, they have a program that credit bureau uses, insurance people use it, businesses use it, which is called LexisNexis. And there's another one too. I can't think of it. It starts with a V. But they check to see if maybe somebody in your house, they may have a driving license, but they don't drive the car. It's just there. They use it for ID or whatever. Or they put an unknown person they find out about. And they tell your car insurance, and then all of a sudden, see, you're not looking at your car insurance, and you look at it, and you find out, who is this person? And another guy in Colorado just had that problem. He didn't know who it was. The name was weird. He had to go to the news about it. They were even talking about it was a weird name. Never heard of it. It was just all these letters in it. But, they made the burden of proof on him. It really should have been them about, where did you find this person? And throw in my auto insurance, because his auto insurance had went up. I think the $312 monthly, and it was just him in his house with his 4 dogs. So you have to watch all your policies when they come in. They're renewing. Watch, see what's going on. If you are trying to get your insurance down, make sure you check your different limits and coverage. Do you have too much sometimes, or do you have too little? So we have to check everything all the time. It's always the season, because people have different times they renew. But keep checking. Check your house insurance. Make sure you are covered, okay, for things, and your deductible you're comfortable with, or that you're able to, if something should happen to your house, you're able to pay the deductible. They're not going to pay the deductible. Don't even worry about it. They're not doing it. They're going to go, that's your part. Okay, just like a hospital bill. So make sure all your insurances, hospital, health, whatever, make sure they are covering what they're supposed to be covering. We've got to step up to the plate. We are trying to keep our finances together. Check your property tax, check everything. This is the time to do it unless you did your renewal in the middle of the year or something. But always just keep checking because they make mistakes too. Okay, we can't keep relying on people. You've seen that already. You can't rely on people. You have to rely on yourself. Take some time, maybe even once a week, and check everything. Check your bank, check your life. Just get to it. That's all we can do. And if you do that, life would be a lot easier. So take care. God bless you. God keep you. And I want you to walk a great life. Blessings.